I tell you, I know people get tired of hearing this, and I sure hope it never sounds like arrogance. But I'm so proud of our young men. I think if the whole world knew what kind of guys they were, the way they work, the accountability, the attention to detail, the humility, the self-sacrifice, man, they are really, really special, and that showed today. I tell you what, I'm kind of disappointed because this is the end of my favorite week of the year, Thanksgiving break. It's always so special the way the community pours into our guys, and it's just football, and we don't have class, and then to end that with a really an awesome dominant victory. I'm not thrilled with how it ended. We certainly took our foot off the gas a little bit too soon, but a really awesome day, and a week from today we'll be playing here in our stadium, and we'll go Bisons.
Coach, 17 plays, 99 yards on that first drive. Just what kind of statement do you feel like y'all made moving the ball in that first possession?
Well, all week long I kind of wondered about, just the mentality of Pitt State. How do you kind of respond from the game last year, and now you got to come down here, and I said all week long, if we can start fast, that'd be a really big deal, and to go 99 yards on your first possession, you talk about, that is how you define a statement drive. So impressive, such a great job by Coach Wheaton calling that drive, and then the execution by our guys was awesome, and that set the tone for the day, and it was big time.
Coach, we talked earlier in the week about how tough it would be to defend Pittsburgh playmakers. How do you think the defense actually fared against those guys? Outside of the two turnovers where you guys kind of put in a tough spot.
Well, I thought the defense was unbelievable. I really did. They got 11 first downs, 236 total yards, and a lot of that was when we had young kids in the game. When it was our ones and they had to have it. I thought our defense was suffocating. It was so impressive. And they got good players. Number 26 is a dynamite running back. Quarterback's a good player. They got some receiver problems, but I thought our guys came ready to play and executed really, really well. I'm thrilled with how the defense played. They were awesome.
Coach and Andrew, Coach Wheaton travels every week to coach you guys during the season. You guys are looking forward to what kind of that contribution and dedication to the program, what does that mean to you?
I tell you, I'll speak to it first. It certainly is the most unique situation probably in the country, where we have a coach that drives 2 hours one way to practice and then turns around and drives home. And he's been doing that for 16, 17 years. It's really is incredible, and a lot of people in the profession are like, well, wait a minute, Coach. You have a coach that drives 2 hours a day, one direction, and then he's not at practice on Thursday. It makes no sense. It makes no sense until you see it on Saturdays. And I'm going to tell you this, and this is not anybody's. He wouldn't want anybody to know this, but for the first 7 years with us, he did it as a volunteer. He did it as a volunteer because he loves it, and certainly that guy has had a gigantic impact. That's probably an understatement. Gigantic impact would be an understatement on what he has, meant for our program.
Yeah, he loves his job. I've never heard him ever complain about it. That long car ride. It's just routine now for him, and he's the brains of our operation. So I'm glad that we got a guy like that that's willing to travel for us.
Andrew, the coach said that one of the big goals for them coming in was to kind of support the big play. You guys go on that long and take the drive. By the second half, you start to get a couple more of those big holes right through. for you as a runner, whenever you're having those long drives, 2, 3, 4 yards at a time, what's running through your mind, and what did you finally see kind of allow you to break free there in the second half?
Well, I'm just, I try and be patient. Not every play is going to be a big, long run. And, I know our guys blocking are going to get it done. And, I mean, if you see, I think on my first long touchdown, we got guys like Braden Jay just, like, dumping dudes. Like, I mean, he's not only just the most electric ball carrier in D2, he also blocks his tail off. And, these guys are all bigger than him, and he's just, like, pancaking them. And, like, I mean, when you got guys like that making those kind of plays, it's not too hard to run in the end zone.
And I will say this about Braden Jay, in case you guys hadn't caught this yet. Going into today, to qualify as the all-time leader in average yards per carry, you got to have 300 carries. So he had 290, and the all-time, I'm talking about on any level, the all-time record holder was like 8.12 yards per carry for his career. And this list includes Reggie Bush, some amazing players. And so today he went over 300 carries, and his career average is over 12 yards a carry. The cat's pretty special.
Was that something that you had in mind, you guys have in mind as you're doing play calling? Like, hey, do we need to make sure he gets over that number, or?
Well, no, because I think all of us expected to play again next week, not to be too confident, but, we felt like we're going to have another week to get some more carries, and we're thankful to have that.
Clark, another big day with tackles. You're now over the 100 mark for more tackles than anybody in D2. What does that mean to you?
Man, it's special. I got guys around me, so many great defensive linemen and then coaches. I'm in the right spot a lot of the time, and I just make the play for my guys, and just try to, when I'm in the right spot, make the play. So yeah, it's really special. It's a great honor, but it's a team deal. Played a long time, and yeah, that's really special.
Like that last fourth down stop, it looked like he might have the edge. They were able to kind of close it down. What did you see on that play? How that kind of all unfolded?
Yeah, we were in nickel, and I was kind of over the back, and then I saw him escape the pocket, and it was a great play by Dion, number 4. He had great closing speed and kind of knocked him out right before he got the first down. So yeah, great play by him.